Hello, beautiful souls. I am Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be looking at Hbar. We're going to set it up for our next trade and see where it's going. First thing, we're going to start on our monthly, turning on our pivot highs and lows, right? Just trying to find the range here, trying to see what's our low, what's our high. We're going to go ahead and mark it. Turn on your magnet here. So this is our low for the monthly. Okay, and I guess this is our high. This is our high. Within our monthly, I usually don't do trend lines, so I'm not going to do trend lines. It's just because there's not a lot of history in this chart. But let's go ahead and move on to our weekly. In our weekly, we can see a better range here with this being our weekly high, right? And this being our weekly low. Okay. Let me turn off this pivot highs and low. I'm also going to turn on this higher high, lower low indicator that I love to use. And this is just going to guide me and help me to understand the flow, understand where to set some trend lines. So, and also my 12 and 26 AMAs are the ones that I use. Let me go back to the monthly. I didn't see it. So just visualizing, right? You can see price actions above the 12 that's making a bullish trend. Price action below the 1226 EMA that's making it a bearish trend. So that's for your monthly. On your weekly, technically we're in a bearish trend still because 12 and 26 EMAs are still like negative. And price action is below 12 and 26 right now. So even though price action goes above 12.26, you want to see it cross, like right here. You want to see the 12 being above the 26 for a bullish trend. Okay, so here in our weekly, we're going to set some trend lines. And remember, for the weekly, we're going to be using orange, as that's our weekly color. So from this low to this lower, technically it's a higher low. I'm guessing they're comparing it from this. Okay, just observing it here, right? This falling wedge here, the support. So if we were to break this weekly to the downside, remember how we get our targets. It's going to be based on 1 touch, 2 touches. This is our highest price action, so this is where you're going to place your vertical line, and then you're going to go ahead and mark your target right here, and that's going to be your weekly bearish target. And as a technical analysis, you want to get a bearish and a bullish target, because just never know. Let's highlight it. So let's say price action would to just break this weekly trend line to the upside, right? Our lowest price action is here, and if you have a hard time finding it, turn on your pivot highs and lows again, and that will just guide you and show you the exact lowest price action available. So go ahead and mark it. So if we were to break to the upside, this is my weekly target at 11.35. Wonderful. Okay, so let's just zoom in. Let's see what's happening here. Sorry, I'm particular about my colors here. Because by the time we're done, I have a techno party, and if I don't color coordinate everything, I'm sorry. I'm not going to remember. Okay, so just off the bat right here, the weekly, we can see it could possibly come down to 0.0198. Okay, let's move into our daily. So within our daily, same thing. You want to use your support and resistance. You want to mark your support and resistance. So this is your daily support, and our daily is going to be yellow. This is your daily resistance, right? And I am starting to use the 200 and the 800 for bullish and bearish cross sentiment on my EMA, so you might see them there. So just look at it, right? Price action is below 12 and 26. That's giving us a bearish trend off the bat. Okay, let's set some trend lines, and of course we're just focused on price action here. Okay, don't get distracted by anything else that's happening around the world, around the charts, right? Our goal is to pinpoint the next move. So we do it slowly and we get our targets. We get to see where the charts are going next. Because as I've said before, I trade with the flow, and this is the flow right now. Okay, let's see. So we had a high, a higher high, a low, a lower high. Okay, so right here, and we were to break this lower high and cross this daily trend line, right? You have lowest price action here. Let's draw a vertical line, and then right where it intersects at 0.0719, that's gonna be your daily target for the upside. And if it rolls over to the downside, you're gonna place a vertical line right on your high, and this is gonna be your daily bearish target. So we're getting close. See what's it gonna do. Is it gonna go up or is it gonna go down? Right, and take into consideration the trend. So we're also bearish on the daily. Let's move on to the 4 hours. And yes, I do this for every chart because the point of trading, or the psychology of trading, is to compound your money. You have to be content with just having one good trade a day, growing your bag every day, right? So take your time, set up your charts, and then take the trade, right? If it's moving, let it move. There's always opportunities every day. Okay, so now that we're here, just visualizing it in the 4 hours, right? We could see that price action. Let's take off the wicks here, right? So it's coiling up, definitely coiling up here. So same thing like we did. First thing we want to start with our range. Okay, some pivot highs and lows here. Let me set it to 9. So just play around to see what numbers work for you. Okay, that's good. So this is going to be my 4 hour low, and 4 hours are green, right? My 4 hour high. Okay. So if we were to break to the upside, will be our lowest price action, right? And this would be my first target. So how would I, okay. So that would be the goal, but look at it, just look at it. We're in a downtrend, and also to have consistency and for your charts to move with the trend, you have to keep making those lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. So this was a high, but this could be a lower high, and then we continue with lower highs. So something to keep in mind here as the trend comes down, because we are bearish, remember, on our weekly and our daily, so on the 4 hours. So okay, so we know if this daily trend line to cross to the upside, right, this would be my first target. I'm trying to see if I could find any shape, any patterns. Sometimes that helps me. Okay. So for my support for the 4 hours, I'm just gonna follow it with this trend line here. Wrong. There you go. Wrong tool. just right here, set it down, set an alarm, right? So if it rolls down to the bottom, it's kind of hard because it's really wicky. I'll probably go to my hourly to find a target here. Right, throw on your fib from this high to low. See where it's going. Okay, we've done a 50% retracement. Okay, so if we break this high, sorry, okay, so if it comes down, sorry, I'm all over the place. So this would be my target, my 4-hour target, and this is just based on this breaking, this being our highest price actions, 1 touch, 2 touches, and right where it intersects, correct? So I'm trying to get into a trade right now. That's the goal. Let's go to our 30 minutes, right? So the first thing I want to do is set a range. Set a range within your 30 minutes. Okay, where's your high? Where's your low? So this is going to be my high. Let me mark it blue. Let me highlight it. So this is my high. And this is my low. Okay, this is the range. And it's coiling up nicely. So for you to take along, you want to see confirmation. For you to take along, you want to see this higher high break, retest, and then continuation to the upside. Adding or entering at a long right under your higher low, and setting your stop loss at a point where you're willing to stop out. Make sure, like me, I have a rule: if I get stopped out more than twice a day, I'm good for the day. If I lose a certain amount of money, I'm done. There's no need. That means my TA was completely wrong, and I'll just reset. So let's go ahead and so that is your bullish trend, your range, your bullish trend. So now if this is confirmed as a lower high, right, we could definitely come down here and start breaking to the bottom. So how would I enter right now? I would consider my previous time frames that I've observed. Consider the RSI, look at it, see if there's any divergence, see if there's any confluence. Okay, there you go. Look what I just found on the 1 hour, and that's a strong. So right here, this bearish divergence. So I found from this high to this one. I don't know. It seems like this. Okay, this is going up. There you go. Okay, do you see it? So RSI was going up and price action is going down. So that's giving me a bearish divergence. Okay, so it's something to consider. Look at your RSIs, look at the trend, wait for it to break. So for me to get into a short right now, I want to see my RSIs overbought. Okay, maybe, well, why don't we do some paper trading right now that I have you here? Let's turn it on. How do you connect? Right, paper trading, connect. Okay, let me see. It's a long time ago. I haven't used paper trading for a while. Okay, so now that, so right here, those two arrows are up and down. That's your paper trade. And then you just, oh, I can't do. Okay, so let me go ahead and go on to my 30 minutes. Let me erase everything. Remember, in the 30 minutes we had a range here. So this is my high. This is my low. Right? I'm comparing it to my TA here, but I'm gonna do a paper trade right here. So remember, just turn it on, connect it to TradingView paper trade, and it's free, and just play with it. So I want to see the rotation of this lower high happening. Oh my god, there's no price action here. Okay, let's see if it holds this high. Okay, usually I'll go to the 1 minute too and just visualize it. Just see if we do have a break of this high. And if we do, be patient. You don't have to get on in it yet because the RSI is going to be a little bit overbought. So wait for it to retrace, okay? Yes, even the 1 minute you have to wait. But that's how I would play it, okay? And you use the paper trade and check it out and see if you like it. And let's see, let's put 10,000 and I'm gonna short it, right? I do a lot of trades with my intuition. And where would my stop loss be? Right above this higher high. And that's how you would trade it if you think it's going down, right? But wait for confirmation. We'll see what happens. But that's what I have for Hbar. Another thing, sorry, I don't want to make this video so long, is consider looking at the Hbar BTC pair when you're trading it. Any kind of altcoin that you're seeing, consider using the BTC pair. It shows the strength, and as you can see right here, this is your strength for the pair. We just broke, we're about to break the previous lows. Okay, so if we break the previous lows on the strength, that means we're coming down. So it's something to consider. Just do a quick TA, know where your high, your low is. So my next target for the BTC Hbar price action would be around here at 166, right? So just something to consider when you are going to be trading alts. All right, guys, thank you and have a wonderful day. And remember to do everything with love.